Hi, and welcome to another doll repainting video on my channel. For me, as a child, after Sailor Moon came the Powerpuff Girls. After my previous video, which was a difficult project, I decided to go for something more simple for this week. So I'm working on an LOL doll for the first time, and I'm transforming her into Bubbles, which was my favorite Powerpuff Girl. So here's the doll that was in the mystery box. We're going to start by removing her hair, cutting it all off. Then I thought I would shave off the remaining stubbles of hair, but that didn't work out. And I realized that even by pushing it, the hair plugs were falling in. But then I've decided to remove everything using tweezers, because you can't get into the head of an LOL the same way that you can get in with Monster High dolls. I'm going to remove the factory paint using acetone. Also from the head and the body. And once the doll is stripped, there's some 3D parts on her head, which I'm going to remove slowly by using a sharp blade and an X-Acto knife. I'm going to sand off a bit. And I'm going to fill in the hole on her face using epoxy sculpt. And I'm going to create her little lips. Then taking more epoxy sculpt, I'm going to spread it out, make it thin to create her hair. I'm putting it on the head, and then I'm going to start cutting off the excess parts, which didn't work out as nicely as I hoped. But I'm going to cut the shape of her hair now. And after that, I'm going to use my fingers to start smoothing it out, cutting off the excess bits just to give it the perfect shape. And I smooth out everything using the help of water. As you can see, I'm cutting off, smoothing, cutting, smoothing until I get the perfect shape, and I'm happy with it. After that, I'm going to take 2 equal parts of epoxy. I'm going to make 2 rounded cones to create her little ponytails. And using a blade, I also created a middle parting in her hair. Once I'm done, I'm going to create 4 little tiny balls to create her little hair ties. I let her dry, and then I'm spreading out more epoxy. I decided not to do the classic Bubbles with her outfit. I decided to give her pajamas. So I spread it out, and I'm cutting thin layers to create her pajamas. I'm starting off with the body, cutting off the excess bits to create like a t-shirt shape, if that makes sense, and also cutting it around the hips. And I'm using this clay tool to help me shape it and smooth it out. And it also helps me mold the epoxy sculpt in the little tiniest areas. Now to create her sleeves. And there's a lot of cutting and smoothing and molding. And a lot of water. And then with the same method, I'm going to create her pants. With rolling motions, I blend the parts together. And I did let the body and the sleeves dry for like a couple of hours just so it's a little bit harder and I don't destroy it while I'm doing the pants part. And now I will be creating Octi. So I'm creating a lamp shape, then a little flat round and a cylinder to create his little hat. Again, I will let him dry for a bit, and then I marked where I want his nose and his eyes, and I'm gonna start creating a little bit of a 3D parts on him, like the eyelids and the nose. And after that, I will be giving him his legs, and he only has 4. I don't know where the other 4 went, but he only has 4 legs. So again, with the same rolling motion, I'm blending everything so I don't have any connection lines. Once everything is dry, I will go over everything with 2 layers of white acrylic paint just to get it into a uniform color. Let her dry, and then moving on to painting the hair yellow. And I think I did about 3 layers of the yellow to get it nice and opaque. Some blue on her little hair ties. And then I went on her face with a little bit of a skin color. Again, I think I did about 3 layers of the skin color. White on her eyes. Using a pencil, I'm just gonna mark where I want the black and the blue. I also did some highlights on her little scrunchies, her smile. This part I hate because I didn't smooth it out enough, and you can see there's some connection lines around her mouth, but after I painted, I didn't want to destroy her, so I just left it there. I'm going for black for her iris, the baby blue, and I'm gonna go all around with the tiniest, thinnest brush that I have, adding her catch lights with some white acrylic. And I'm matching her eye color with her pajamas, so I'm using the same baby blue. And this one was pretty opaque, so I only did 2 layers just to make it smooth. I drew a little pink heart on her pajamas, and then with the same pink, I'm gonna go around the neckline, the hands, and the trousers. And I decided to give her a little bit of an eyeliner. I sprayed her with a few layers of Mr. Super Clear, and I'm going to start doing some shading just to give her more life. Shading also her pajamas with some dark blue and a little bit of white just to give some highlights. Spray her again with Mr. Super Clear. Once I'm done, I'm going to let her dry. Add some high gloss varnish to her eyes just to give them a little bit of extra life. I'm going to paint Octi with a light purple. Give him a baby blue nose, yellow eyes, and then I'm adding some darker purple details, painting the eyelids and giving him some dots on his legs. He fell down and his hat came off, so I painted it separately, glued it back on, and gave him some purple hair as well. And here's my finished Bubbles. I hope you guys like her. I will leave all my details in the description box below. And I have one more LOL doll. So I'm waiting for your ideas of what I should turn her in. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.